Okay, brand new today. This has just been released for PlayStation Sim Racers. It is the Thrustmaster T248R. And on the day of release, I'm literally driving it right now in Gran Turismo 7. And we're going to let you know how it is. I'm here with Sam Professional Carter. We have unboxed this live on stream. And you can see I'm a bit all over the place because I'm not used to Oh, what a send!
What a send!
Valenzuela, it's taken out. That's previous there. Classic Peugeot driver. So we're talking about a hybrid belt and gear-driven wheel here with hall sensors, but no load cell in the pedals. But the pedals are essentially, as we understand, T3PM pedals that retail for about £110. And the pricing of this, all important. So if I remember, Sam will correct me, £269 in the UK, €299 in Europe.
€299 and $349.
Yeah, for our American friends, $349. So that's all through Thrustmaster. As always with Thrustmaster, I have my creator codes in the bottom to everybody. I think please do use them, it does help me out. But we're always completely unbiased and honest about this. And there's something immediately that we don't like, which is the rim has this unusual design. Yeah.
Why KIRETH'S drives it, I'll explain it to you. So it's got like an outer shell, which is really super nice, like really nice comfort, really good material. And then the inside bit, so this part here of your hand,
where you're touching it really, yeah, grip hard.
It's just hard plastic. It makes no sense.
So I feel like I get why they've gone for hard plastic. So we're saying that I started on the Thrustmaster T150, used it for many years, it kept overheating, I kept fixing it. I've used it so much all the rubber's worn off. I get why it's hard, because if you buy this wheel, people are going to use it hard. And that's great. This is like grassroots sim racing. Like, people need to put respect on Logitech and Thrustmaster's name, frankly. And it's £250. It's going to look great when you buy it and you unbox it on Christmas Day, I can tell you. But I feel like they couldn't quite afford at this price point to do all of it on this outside material, which is really nice. I really like this outside perforated material.
It's actually really nice quality, properly cushioned as well. But then the inside bit, which, as you can hear, is just rock solid plastic.
Yeah, and it's a shame because we were comparing the rim face with Acertec Initium, which is another new contender in the console space, albeit on Xbox at the moment. And this rim looks a lot better. We asked everyone in the stream, it was unanimous. Like, this looks a lot better. Thrustmaster know what they're doing with the looks. The D-pad is great. The PlayStation buttons are great. The highlights here are great. The LEDs are great. The display is great.
The screen's nice. Every time you change gear, it's actually telling you what gear you're changing into.
It looks like the one from T598. I haven't done any update. I've just connected to my PlayStation 5, and I'm driving here at Daytona. Now, I am struggling because the pedals we're using on carpet, and they are lifting. So if you have a look here, Sam, you'll see.
I've actually got my foot.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually, you might have noticed that I've actually been holding it down with my foot.
So basically, you need a friend. Oh my god. Okay, but let's talk. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the wheel. It sounds a bit more noisy than I remember my T150 sounding.
I don't remember my T150 being that loud.
However, it is kind of like, in a way, reassuring that you are getting resistance and you can feel and hear that resistance. What I'll do is I'll restart this one so you can see how I'm driving in it. But you can kind of hear it, and you can hear there's a belt. The resistance, I think it's about 3 Newton meters.
3.1.
3.1. So similar to G923. But I have to say, when I come through Daytona, like there's enough resistance for me to feel like what's going on. You can see that I'm clearly not driving here like without force feedback. It's a little bit binary sometimes, like you hit like a hard edge. And I remember this with my Fantech CSO Elite, like sometimes it could feel like that. But to be honest, like I can drive this car.
Yeah. You're getting it around, okay. So as you've got it in your hands, let me ask you some questions about it. What about the button placements? Will you be able to access them?
I'm not even thinking about it because I've got a screen a bit off center here, like, which is weird.
It's a bit diagonal. Okay, so wheel rim size. It's a very short wheel. Short?
I have to say, I really like where the thumb placements are. If I just go one-handed for a bit, can you see how contoured that is?
Yeah.
That's even much better than the Fanatec Porsche CSL wheel. That's just kind of a hard stop.
Yeah.
Like, your thumbs are going to spend a lot of time here. So I do like that. The buttons are interesting. We know Thrustmaster can do performance, they do it with the SF1000. They can do complete style that is not the fastest way, which is like the hypercar wheel. This feels like a little bit of a blend. But it feels, in the hands, it feels really good. In the hands, I think this feels better than the Logitech G923. Like
Which
in the
is
hands here.
ultimately its main competition.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
and that's even me, as my hands are getting warmer and like, it's kind of like, I'm understanding it a bit more. This bit on the outside is super, super, super nice. And I'm really curious what a version would look like with all of that, like an ultra spec Lux version or something.
Full Lux checkered checker stitch.
The lights are extremely bright, and I like that. And I think the display looks like essentially the same one from the T598.
Yeah. So to move on from that, the wheelbase here. So KIRETH'S been playing now for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's a bit before, obviously, we went live, and it is stone cold. Actually, fully stone cold.
Very light wheelbase.
And you can see where it's taking its design keys from. Very
we've
similar.
got the heritage here.
Yeah, very similar. Looks wise, it is all hard plastic. There's not a single bit of metal, touchable metal.
Can I say, Sam, I much prefer these shifters over my T150 shifters.
Yeah.
I actually really like these shifters. These are magnetic shifters. Like even the Nikon, the RevoSim, same thing essentially, wheel that is a nicer rim than this for their RevoSim ecosystem, doesn't have magnetic shifters. It's got the kind of contour thing that Ace-Tech have, right? It's kind of contoured in there.
It's curved.
It's a really satisfying. It's a loud shift. Like,
very noisy.
Your kids are gonna annoy you. Like you'll know if they're doing Gran Turismo at 2 a.m.
I'm just waiting for you to downshift so I can see your paddle.
I'm gonna come into their bus stop.
I think there's something different in this compared to normal, but I just want to confirm it before I talk about it.
All right.
Which I'm probably wrong. So they don't look like they're on like. Oh, it's spun again. They don't look like they're on like a pivot. It looks like you're actually moving the whole thing backwards and forwards. It's not like it's tilting.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's like so going in like bang.
Yeah,
bang.
so it's coming fully inwards. It's not like it's tilting at an angle to click.
Yeah. I like how
which I've not really seen before.
I like how they're so long on a round wheel like this. It means that I'm able to do it.
And back to the bit which you just easily glossed over when I asked it. Wheel size. Is it too big, too small? What do you reckon?
I think it's exactly right. It's actually bringing back, it's bringing back kind of not memories, but muscle memory of the T150. Like the way you drive a little bit, like you don't have that initial confidence, or when you turn in, you have to turn in enough that you start to feel meaningful resistance. Whereas Daytona Tone 1 in like a Simucube 2 Pro, you're feeling everything on the way in anyway, and then immediately as you turn in, you feel like, oh, here like. I'm just... And counter steer, you're not going to be as good as direct drive. The reason we're talking about direct drive is that on Amazon right now in the UK, or very recently, T598 was £399. So the question is, would you pay £150 more to go direct drive? And the answer is going to depend, I think, who is this wheel for? If it's for a family member and it's going to get tossed in a cupboard or in a box and then come out in holidays, there's no point getting the T5.
No, this wins hands down every single day. But if it's someone you think is actually probably going to try and get into sim racing quite seriously, then for the extra £150, it's a no-brainer to go up a level.
Yeah.
Because this will do you fine for a little while if you're trying to take it seriously, race the line properly and stuff like that. But very quickly, you'll want more than the 3.1 newton meters.
By the way, I love the display. Firstly, the
display looks really good.
I can't do the bus stop one. Firstly, the T598, if I remember, you often can't really see the display because the wheel covers it. Whereas here, the display is on the wheel. Like, you don't even get... Like, it reminds me, I guess, of like the Fanatec McLaren 223. Like, it's always there. It's not hidden on the base.
It's interesting to see... Sorry, just you talking about the display. There's a pit light and a flag light. Now, you don't get yellow flags in.
Well, if that works in iRacing, that's pretty cool because
that's like... the pit lane now. See if the pit light comes on.
Jumping in at pit speed. Ah, no. Not the pit entry. If that works in iRacing, that's like a mini Ace-Tech system.
Especially the flag light. That'll be interesting to see.
What we'll do, everyone, is we'll turn this around so you can see it. We have clamped it. The pedals are on carpet. Bosh. Okay, so we clamped it. This is what the wheel looks like. Okay, You can maybe see a bit better the kind of. This is soft. This isn't like often it's like it looks like this, but it's rock hard.
Yes, this is actually soft.
Yeah.
You can move it in.
Then you got the bit on the inside. And I kind of get like when we were handling it without racing, but when you're racing and your hands are warm, I actually
Does it make more sense?
It makes a bit more sense to me, yeah. Because when it's in cold, it's like why? The display, I think, super nice. It's super light. Would I get this over a Logitech G923? I think ultimately, surely it's going to depend on pricing. They're both in exactly the same price range. The Logitech G923 goes on discount a lot. I have affiliate codes for Thrustmaster and Logitech, so I'm not even like inclined to be biased here. I would say probably if one of them goes down to 180 on sale, get that one.
Yeah.
And probably that's going to be more difficult for them to exist at full price. Like, they go into retailers as well. The retailers discount them. But like, if you go to your supermarket, you go to Media Market, you go to Currys here or wherever, and you're going in for a new washing machine or something, it's really boring, right? And on the way out, you see the section with the stacked boxes, and you see this on offer for $199, and you've been playing on a controller.
It's definitely worth it.
You're going to be like, and then you're going to get a box that you can take home, and you're going to unbox it, and we connected it in about 2 minutes.
Bear in mind, we actually haven't said anything. It comes with pedals as well.
Yeah, T3PM pedals. Should we put them on the desk as well? Should we try and do that?
It actually does come full pedals.
We've just put them here like that. So what I'll do is I will try and make sure these are in focus. Okay, there we go. And yeah, the pedals I think these pedals are better than T598 pedals, potentially. They have metal actual pedal plates, which the T598 pedals don't. This reminds me of T3PN, definitely reminds me of TLCMs. Doesn't quite remind me so much of my T3PA Pros, but like I like this old school style. I actually like Logitech G923 pedal plates as well, especially on carpet like I've done here.
But then the Logitech does have the carpet grippers, which is a massive...
I don't think this came with carpet grippers, and I think that's actually something you really want. The T598 pedals do come with carpet grippers and are actually really good on carpet. Whereas if you can bolt these on the rigs, I imagine these might be good on the rig.
But they're nice chunky pedal plates. The actual back of the pedals are really thick, really, really strong.
Ultimately, you could see me drive there. Yeah. If that was a daily race, I could I had a better system on the pedals. I could get into that. That's where I started.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if I decide to race on the Fanatec DD Extreme, it's a little bit of overkill maybe for Gran Turismo, you could say. Yeah. Because most people are playing Gran Turismo with this. Let's not forget it. So yeah, £249, €299, $349. It's a very competitive price market. It's going to get squeezed at the top by the T598, but I think that's not a problem for Thrustmaster because I think they have two competitive options there. It's going to get squeezed side by side with it with Logitech G923. However, would I recommend getting something kind of less powerful, less nice than this? Or, we're talking about like like back in the day, like Mad Cat's wheels and like these kind of super
the random ones. Come out.
This is a Thrustmaster wheel. The Logitech is a Logitech wheel. You know that it's a big brand involved.
You know it's backed. Yeah. It's got backup. It's not going to just disappear within the next 6 months to a year.
This is a even though we both started at this price point, this is a slightly unusual thing for us to visit now because we're lucky we do SimiCube active pedals and all that kind of stuff. But I personally really enjoyed, and it would be exactly the same with Logitech. It might be the same with one of these more like third-party ones, but it might not feel as joined up. I like the fact I just clamped it, put this on, plugged it in, it works, and off I went. And I was just smiling before.
And I think that's what works, and that's the people it's aiming for. Yeah. Essentially, the type of new I want to get into this, but I work from home type people. I haven't got enough room for a whole big rig setup, which you need for obviously the bigger, more expensive stuff. This literally, like you said, bolt it on, a minute to do that, a minute on the floor, and you're ready.
And I think if let's say you're not a full-time YouTuber, which we're not, by the way, or because we're working day in, day out, or you're not a full-time streamer, if you're playing a normal amount, this is going to last you a decent amount of time. And then if you really like it, you can be like, right, I want to get a direct drive. I don't believe this thing about like, you have to do this to appreciate a direct drive. That's nonsense to me. But once you do this, you will kind of know whether you want.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying, but it's also some sort of like progression type thing. I went gear, belt, drive.
Yeah, and we're quite serious. Like Sam, professional karter. I do karting as well. Like we know we like racing.
Yeah.
And we didn't jump straight into direct drive. But we've only both done it, like in the scheme of things, relatively recently. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really important that you let us know. I'm sure Thrustmaster will see this. I'm sure Logitech will see this. So let us know what's important to you. What do you think of the price point? What are you impressed by? What are you not impressed by? And also make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more like day one, just honest reviews like this, because we're really happy to do them. We don't get paid obviously for this, so your support makes it possible. So yeah, thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.